I'm Whitney.
I'm Mindy.
And I'm Deb.
We're three best friends who love nerdy things.
Well, some people think we're nerdy, but we think we're pretty awesome.
This is our nerdiest thing.
Hello, fellow nerds, and welcome to our nerdiest thing. And today we will be discussing characters who just need to get over it because yesterday was Get Over It Day, and this is how we're celebrating.
We will really celebrate anything, won't we?
I love a silly, unnecessary holiday. Just as much as the necessary ? Holidays.
I wish I got a day off for Get Over It Day.
Yes. That would be great. But before we get into anything, Deb, will you please share our nerdy news?
Well, I'm going to get into books that are coming out. I don't know what you're doing, but
that is the nerdy news.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's what this is called. This is the segment.
You said before we get into anything, and I was like, well, I'm going to get into something.
Anything else?
So today we have The Wings That Bind by Briar Boleyn. That is such a good fantasy writer.
It really is.
I don't know if that's a pen name, but if not, your parents did a really good job.
Yeah, it's pretty rad.
This is book 3 in the Bloodwing Academy series. And again, I don't spoil sequels, but I will tell you the tagline. The night's chaos left us breathless. Now the real nightmare begins.
Oh, yeah. I do like that tagline.
Yeah, I do too. So next week we have a book coming out called Love Song by Elle Kennedy.
Yay.
Which I'm very, very excited about.
Me too.
Love Song is a standalone romance featuring the next generation of off-campus characters. Mm-hmm. So the ones we haven't really seen yet. Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem to be tied to the characters at all that we've already seen on campus, does it? So
I mean, they're all friends.
I mean, they're friends, but these aren't people we've spent a lot of time with yet.
We spent a little more time with Blake Logan.
See, I can't remember shit.
She was pretty heavily featured in the Charlie Method because she's in the same sorority as Charlie.
Oh, I've drowned that book.
I was going to say, you blocked that one out, haven't you?
So, Blake Logan has a brutal breakup. Mm-hmm. This is the first time I've met Blake, apparently. So she goes to her family's lake house to stay away from the men and the drama. But guess who shows up? Her high school crush.
Oh, no.
Who just annihilated her when she was 16 when she confessed her feelings to him.
Aww.
There's some kissing. There's some summer romance. And I wonder what's going to happen.
I just don't know.
I know. I love Elle Kennedy. I'm sorry that I didn't like the Charlie Method, but I do generally really love. And it wasn't because she's not a good writer.
No, she's great.
I don't like Charlie. So, Love Song by Elle Kennedy. And I guess I'm not going to have a social life for a few weeks because I'm going to be reading this book right away. But also, You Did Nothing Wrong by C.G. Drews.
Mm-hmm. So
and you've heard us sing this author's praises, and you must go and read Hazelthorne and Don't Let the Forest In. And congrats to C.G. Drews because they just got like a 7-book deal.
Oh, that's amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, they have been writing for years and years and have had all this stuff like ready, right? Yeah. And they posted something online the other day. They're like, how are you putting so many books out? And they're like, all I do is write. You don't understand.
Been doing it for years.
Right.
Yeah.
So
this is the first like adult
horror. Yeah. The other have been YA, but they're pretty. Yeah, they're pretty tough. So when a single mom Elodie remarries, she and her autistic son move to her husband's crumbling family house that he's renovating. And everything seems perfect until her son Jude claims that he can hear voices in the walls and says the renovations are hurting the house.
Oh, Lord.
But it turns out that Elodie has a huge secret that puts the entire family at risk.
Oh, good.
So I simply can't wait to see what this novel has in store for us.
Actually, I was just talking to your daughter Sadie about this.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, and she was saying it was so cute.
She just read Hazelthorne. She loved it.
Yeah, and she said, I think I figured out that I really love a good book about a house that like eats people.
Yeah. I mean,
like a personified house, right?
Hazelthorne was amazing, but I still think Don't Let the Forest In is like top-notch literature.
Really? I think I liked Hazelthorne a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be interested to see
But
what
I love
she
them
thinks.
both.
Yeah. I think maybe for me, because I am an artist, I like the artist and writer component of Don't Let the Forest In. And I've always said that C.G. Drew's writing is like poetry, but that sounds pretentious. It's not boring.
It's
poetic,
amazing. But it's just a very beautiful writing way. Yeah.
Gosh, I love them so much.
It's artistry.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So one more. Oh, actually, nope. 2 more this week. We have Mayhem and Mortal by Shanora Williams. And again, she's going to be at Imaginarium. I hope that we can read this before we go. And I really hope we can get her on the podcast because I think she's really cool. So to save her sister from a soul-devouring curse, Zara must cross a nightmare landscape of ruined magic, shifting paths, and vicious creatures that eat people alive. And her guard just happens to be a hot sorcerer that she can't trust.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. And then we have a friend of the podcast, Brittanée Nicole. She has a new book dropping called Darling Daffodils Farm. And the tagline is a rival to lovers grumpy sunshine romance about a young woman returning to her family's daffodil farm, only to find someone unexpectedly running her daddy's business. I wonder who it's gonna be. She'll probably hate him. He's
probably hot.
Yeah, and he's probably hot. Okay, I lied. We have one more. I can't count. Last but not least, Ava Reid has a new book called Innamorata, I think that's how you say it. Once there was an island where the dead walked the earth in noble houses which ruled the necromancy. Though she has not spoken a word in 7 years, Agnes is the true carrier of the legacy and has orders to recapture the secrets of death magic and avenge her family's fallen honor. And part of the prophecy is that she's never supposed to fall in love.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well,
if you've not read anything by Ava Reid, her stuff's really cool.
If when the prophecy tells you that you can't fall in love, that means you're about to 100% fall in love.
Yeah. There was a book I read a couple years ago that was in my top 5 reads of that year called The Bird and the Stone. And it's also about a woman who doesn't speak. And it is a prophecy. Her mother dies and essentially tells her if she speaks again, like it's going to ruin the world. And it's so beautifully written, and it's high fantasy, and it's like super duper cool. So I love this type of, like, I love any book with like a disability rep, right? Like, so we're talking about people that can't speak in this, but Ava Reid just has really cool world building. And it's not too hard to follow. Sometimes I think, especially if you get into necromancy and stuff, people are like, now what?
Yeah. I kind of feel like that about necromancy.
It's talking to people that are dead. And some people say it's raising the dead, but technically necromancy, you're just like the conduit.
Communicating.
It's wrongfully defined.
Well, that brings us to the nerdy and dirty. Let's talk about what we're reading. Mindy, you want to start us off?
Sure. I'm actually reading an arc, and Now Back to You by B.K. Borson, which you had talked about in the Nerdy News last week, and you had talked about reading First Time Caller, because this is the second book in her Heartstrings series. Exciting. And this one is Jackson's story. So if you've read First Time Caller, he's in that. He's the weatherman. And he's friends with Ada.
I really enjoyed him in that book.
He's quirky. He's definitely like a type A meteorologist, and he's not sociable online. Like But you find out in this book that he's got some other things going on. He's raising his 2 teenage sisters that their mom abandoned, and he is given this assignment with this spunky, outgoing TV meteorologist across the way who he has had like run-ins with. They leave each other passive aggressive post-it notes on there.
I just picture the girl from How I Met Your Mother that's like boats.
So she's very sunshiny. Yes, this is definitely grumpy sunshine. So she is trying to prove to her boss that women can actually be intelligent TV personalities, and the boss is a total dick.
But we have vaginas. How?
I love how we're still needing to do that.
Right? So it's grumpy sunshine, like I said, workplace romance, funny shenanigans, and there is a 1-bed trope.
Oh no!
So
it's not the one bed. I'm really excited to read this one.
It's cute.
I read the Crown of Ruin novella by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So this was a surprise release, and is basically a bridge novella between the 2 main books that are coming out. The one that just came out was Primal of Blood and Bone, and the one that's getting ready to come out, I think, is Throne of Bone and Ash. And I'm going to say, I question the need for this novella. because I mean, you could have just, the books are already really long. Why not just make them a little longer?
Is this a Frost and Starlight situation?
I mean, it's one of those things where she said you pretty much need to read
you
it.
100% must read it. Okay. Like, having read it, you have to read it.
Mindy?
No,
I don't want to spoil anything.
I haven't even read Primal.
Okay, there's a really big thing. So, no, I'm talking about, have you read Primal of Blood and Ash? You haven't, right?
Right.
So, does it carry on after the very, very end?
Okay. Yeah, so it picks up at the like as soon as Primal is done.
Okay.
And then it bridges some things that are happening. There's multiple points of views. It does answer a couple of questions that you have at the end of Primal, and it sets up, more questions that I guess are going to get answered in the next one. But I always love, a bonus material, a surprise release. I love that kind of stuff, so I enjoyed it. But it is kind of weird to me. Like, why not just put it in the book?
Primal of Blood and Bone should have been 2 books. Yeah. I mean, there's a very distinct point where she could have made it 2 points.
And she already split it into 2 books, which is what's insane to me.
Like, so, I'm like, we would have bought that shit. We wouldn't have been sad about 2 600-page
split it into
books.
4 more books, But I enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, you absolutely have to read it. Okay. You have to read it. It's not fluff. It's like,
well, and I went to go start it the other day, but there's a part of me that's like, I want to wait until we have a release date for the next book.
Well, yeah,
because I don't want to read it and then because Primal ends on a huge cliffhanger, and so I'm like, I don't want to get like super excited again and then have like a long time before the next book comes out.
And it's still, it picks up where that cliffhanger leaves off, but it's still cliffhangery. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was great. Woohoo!
Well,
bonus material.
I read Direbound, and this book was really cool. I gave it 5 stars. Think of the Bonding and Fourth Wing, the Hunger Games trials, and then add werewolves and vampires.
Oh.
I ate this shit up, and I see why so many people had it on their top book list last year. So I can't wait for the sequel. As soon as I finished the book, I went and pre-ordered the sequel. It doesn't come out for a couple of months, but there were some amazing twists at the end. And I thought it was very well written. It didn't feel too long.
Who's that one by?
Sable Sorensen. Okay. Yeah, so it's on KU. You guys should check it out. Right. Again, I know I want you to always, but I thought, I'm going to be honest, and I've said this before, Fourth Wing is too long. All those books are too long, and this book moves, right? Okay. And the bonding thing is becoming a big thing in fantasy right now. So I'll be honest, I was like, do I really want to read another book like this?
Right.
But it was so well done.
Okay.
Really well done. A reluctant hero, which I always like.
Add it to the list, everybody. Well, let's go into what we are watching. Deb, why don't you get us started with that?
Oh my gosh, I finally watched Weapons.
Oh yeah,
it's a horror movie.
I watched that too,
and this movie stuck with me.
Yeah, it's creepy.
It is so fucking creepy, and it keeps you guessing until the very end. It has a witch who does these insane spells, and I dreamt about them for weeks.
And it doesn't have a happy ending.
It doesn't. I don't think horror should have a happy ending.
I don't think it should either.
No,
here's the thing though. It has a happy ending in that some justice was served.
Right. But
some things where you
don't feel good when
you don't.
At all.
But I think good art can make you feel good or bad.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
And if it sticks with you like that, that's really good art and really good horror.
Agreed.
So if you like horror, I would watch it. Whitney, you would hate this movie.
I was going to say, this does not sound like a Whitney movie.
There's some jump scares.
Yeah.
I definitely got jump scared
and there are
times.
a couple parts where you're like, what the fuck is happening? And it does all get explained.
Yeah.
But it's
I love the
crazy.
timeline of it too.
Yeah.
It's different people's point of views and they intertwine.
We
It's
should
so
have
good.
everyone watch it at Craft Weekend because I think our friend Jana would love it.
She probably would.
Yeah, I wonder if she's seen it yet. I was wondering if people are going to want to watch Heated Rivalry at Craft Weekend, but there's a couple people that I think would really be uncomfortable.
And I think Amy, the leader of the owner of the place, would probably be uncomfortable.
Yeah, we have some friends that are a little bit more conservative sexually.
Sexually conservative.
What are you watching, Whit?
Well, something really different. This is very much a Whitney movie. I watched When Harry Met Sally.
Oh,
had you never seen it?
Oh no, I love When Harry Met Sally. I hadn't watched it in a long time, and they've been promoting Rob Reiner movies, since he passed. And Robbie had never seen When Harry Met Sally, so we watched it together.
Did he like it?
Oh yeah, there were some parts where he laughed out loud, and I was like, "Yeah, see, it's a good movie."
We should watch that this weekend.
Some of the stuff that we laughed at were just because it's a 1989 movie, right? And there's one point where where Carrie Fisher pulls out like a Rolodex at like the brunch table or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so 1980s. But I really,
and our bags haven't gotten any smaller, even though
I know, right?
Compact, right?
Yeah,
you're gonna laugh, but Jackson in And Now Back to You still uses a Rolodex.
Oh my gosh. I kind of love that though. But I love the scene where Carrie Fisher and the boyfriend are moving in together and they're arguing about the coffee table.
That wagon wheel table?
Yes. And Billy Crystal like has his big meltdown or whatever. And then Carrie Fisher goes, I just want you to know that I will never want that table. Yeah, I love that so much.
Rob Reiner movie that a lot of people don't talk about is The Story of Us. Did you ever watch it? It has Bruce Willis and Michelle Pfeiffer.
I have not seen that one.
And it's about a couple who really have just become disconnected, and their kids go to summer camp all summer and they decide to separate. And it is like all flashbacks of how they like got there. And like,
sounds great.
It's very sad.
I'm sure it's good.
It does have a happy ending, I will say.
Well, that's good.
If that makes you feel better. But their acting in it is like amazing. Yeah. And it's one of those things where like you hear all the time about marriages just like growing apart, and you watch it happen and you're like, yeah, I can see.
This makes sense. Yeah.
And they're opposites. And so like, you know, my husband and I are opposite. And when you're like that, you do have to work to keep a commonality. Yeah. And so they lose that, right? Yeah. But it's a beautiful movie.
I've never seen a Rob Reiner movie that I didn't like.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And he is in it too for like, he's one of the couples. It's their friends. So.
But yeah, I love When Harry Met Sally. It was nice to watch.
It's a classic.
When you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with someone, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
Yeah. If you've not seen it, guys, go watch it. Yes, you will laugh
good.
at the hair and like all that.
It's definitely dated.
But it's a beautiful movie.
It's great. Meg Ryan, I think that is the most beautiful.
Yeah.
That she has, like, that's like peak young, beautiful Hollywood, you know, even if it is the 80s. Oh gosh.
Which was a long time ago. And it doesn't feel like
it was 10 years ago.
I know.
How dare
20,
you?
20, barely.
I found my kindergarten. So I found out one of the students at my school, her dad, I went to kindergarten with.
Oh.
And so I went and looked up, I found my old kindergarten like class picture and I looked at it and it said 1979 to 1980. And I was like, how dare you?
Rude.
That is not correct, but it was.
But
correct.
it is. I know. It's like 1999 was like 10 years ago. Right? What are you talking about?
When people are like, I was born in 2000, I was like, what?
Babies.
That's 02.
Yeah, but they're in their mid 20s.
They are. They can legally drink if they were born
to me.
If they were born in 2004, they can drink.
I mean, that's where my kids were born.
I know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Sadie was born in 2007, which is weird.
No, crazy. I disagree.
Yeah. Me too.
I disagree. Mindy, what? Mindy,
keep us going, damn it.
Whitney, I'm watching.
Oh my gosh.
Wait while I say Whitney from Going Overboard. So actually, I'm watching People We Meet on Vacation on Netflix in preparation.
We're going to cover that in a couple weeks.
I'm watching that in preparation for a future episode. So far, I don't want to give anything away because we are going to talk ad nauseum about it. I'll just say that it's the book and the movie are completely different.
I read that someone said the movie should have been a limited series where every year is a different episode.
Yes, 100%.
I think that would have been great.
Is our dude from Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes still hot?
You know, he kind of is. He's a little nerdy, but he makes it
like
look
when
hot.
you see him not on, like, you're like, okay, he's cute, but then he's in these roles and you're like, damn.
I actually think he's more attractive as President Snow. But I did like him.
Yeah, I honestly would say the same thing. Yeah. I don't know what it is about
I remember I went and watched that movie with my daughter and we got up and I was like, he was hot, right?
I know. It's like, I know I'm not supposed to like him, but he's kind of attractive.
Kind of. Yeah, he's cute in this movie.
Yeah, we will talk more about it.
Yes, we will.
In an upcoming episode. Let's go into what we are listening to. Mindy, why don't you get us started with that?
Okay, so I'm listening to this book called The Lies I Tell by Julie Clark. I had read The Ghostwriter by her and really, really liked it. And this was on a 2-for-1 Audible. So I
gotta go for that too.
Hey, look, if I can get more for my money, let's go for it.
In this economy,
right? But the funny thing is, I don't listen. It takes me forever to listen to audiobooks, right? So I'm going to have audiobooks for days because I think I've taken advantage of this
for months,
3 times. Like, it was just ridiculous. But anyway, so I've been walking a lot and I've been listening to this one quite a bit. So it's about a journalist who got obsessed with finding this con artist who she believes deliberately set her up to get sexually assaulted.
Oh gosh.
Which completely upended her life and career. So trigger warning there for sure. But the con artist isn't necessarily all she seems. And it's one of those stories that makes you wonder exactly who the villain is in it. And it intertwines. It's a nice twisty mystery thriller.
Yeah. You'll have to tell us if you figure it out. I find people that read a lot like we do, like 90 to 150 books a year, like, because we read so much, we can figure out like these twists and turns. So I love it when one of you tells me like you hadn't figured it out.
I tend to get it.
And that doesn't make a book bad.
No, it doesn't.
It just,
there's only so many templates for an author to tell a story, right?
You can only surprise me so much.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we're not going to read
but it doesn't. But if you can
enjoy
you can tell me, if you can give me an ending that I've seen before or, recognized and kind of guessed, but still keep me interested. Yeah. And I still think about it. Then that's
so good. Like, I read romance because I do want to know there's going to be a happy ending, right? I read suspense and thriller and mystery because I want to be surprised, right? And kind of that's a lot of things with my fantasy reads too. Like, usually there's a twist, right? That like maybe I haven't seen before. And so I think if you read a lot, you're really looking for something specific when you read those books.
Right.
Yeah. I agree with that. Well, I started listening to Cold Wire by Chloe Gong. I'm not that far into it, so I'm sure I'll talk about it again next time. But I'm already glad that I'm listening to this as opposed to reading it, because I know that I would be struggling with the names, and pronunciations.
I struggled. I read the book and I struggled a little bit.
Yeah, but I really like the narrator.
The premise is amazing.
I like. Yeah, it's like AI tech.
It's very in the now.
Future. Matrixy. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to think of. Matrixy. So, Deb, what are you listening to?
Have you all heard of Amber Spradlin living around here?
I have.
Okay. I've not. And Crime Junkie covered it. And it happened very close to us. And I've not heard of this woman at all. So I wanted to give you guys a synopsis from Crime Junkie. In June 2023, so again, a year and a half ago, a woman was brutally murdered in Floyd County, Kentucky, while attending a gathering at the home of a local dentist. The slaying rocked the small communities of eastern Kentucky as months ticked by, rumors swirled, and no one was held accountable. Finally, in June 2024, 3 men were arrested in connection to her death. 1 man has been charged with murder, and the trial is just around the corner.
Wow.
So I would highly recommend you go and listen to this episode. It is one of those where it's like, who's the good guy? Who's lying?
Yeah.
Who are the police covering up for? Or the police just not doing a good job?
Right.
Yep.
And especially in a small town, there's a lot of loyalty and alliances to people.
Everybody's tied together somehow.
Yep. And so I would highly recommend this episode. But I was just really intrigued because I was like, how in the hell have I not heard about this?
Right. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah. And brutally murdered.
Yeah. I know about the story because of Crime Junkie.
Yeah.
Like you say, not because of hearing about it
Which
it when it happened.
also says a lot to me. It means it's not getting the coverage that it deserves. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Well, that brings us to our nerdiest topic. Characters.
Every time you say "well," I'm like,
"Well,
big
see you
gulps,
later."
Huh?
Yeah,
big gulps, huh?
Yeah, we're talking about characters that we think just need to get over it.
Yeah, I have some rants coming up.
I know, I do too. I feel like some of mine are going to be maybe like unpopular
Well, why
opinions.
don't you go first then?
Well, all right. So my first character that I think just needs to get over it is from the Blood and Ash series.
Oh God, who?
Poppy. No, I'm just kidding. Colas with Satoria, millennia long or however long this has been, because he is like obsessed with this girl that just literally wants him to leave her alone.
She's just not into you, bro.
Yes,
Colas
like get
does
over
not
it.
Understand consent.
Truly not. Like, talk about a narcissist, and like, it's not about you.
She's told you no across several lifetimes.
Like, just, it's so crazy to me. And like all these problems that it has caused because he can't just get over it and literally just get over it, you know?
Right.
Just
dude, she's just not that into you.
Yeah,
for real. That's my first one. My second one also might be an unpopular one. It's from the Fourth Wing series, specifically book 2, Iron Flame. Violet just needs to get over the fact that Xaden didn't tell her everything. I cannot stand it in that book. I love the book and I love the series, but I can't stand it in book 2 when she's like, I just don't know if I can trust him.
I love you. I hate you. I love you. I hate you.
Yes. Like, just make a decision. And
he ate you out on a chair. Get over it.
Well, she's very clearly like in a relationship with the man, and every so often is like, wait a second, I don't like you. And it's like, no, you do. You're in a relationship.
Stuff like him too. It's not like she's.
It's you have the full story.
Yeah.
You have the information. Like, just get over it.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, that's my second one. And then next up, I've got from A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Tamlin, right?
No, it's actually not Tamlin.
Who?
It's Rhysand getting over Nesta. Just Nesta in general. Because
I agree with this.
Nesta being a crappy sister in the past, like, literally get over it, because that does not have anything to do with you. That's between Feyre and Nesta.
Yeah.
And
like,
also, it's kind of over.
yes, like Feyre's over it, and they're both trying. And that Nesta, you know, how she's trying is questionable, but they're both trying. Get over it. Like, it's not about you, right? And also,
butt out.
Also,
you're the one that didn't tell Feyre she was going to die.
That's my other one. And I guess you could argue that at the end of Silver Flames, he is over it, but like his absolute overreaction, which we see in the Crescent City books as well, his overreaction at stuff that Nesta does that he deems as being inappropriate or bad or whatever. I'm like, you need to chill the F out.
Whitney, this is going to piss people off.
I know.
But
this is my opinion.
I want to say I stand by you and I agree with you, damn it.
Here's the thing. We can think that and still like the character.
Right. Yeah. And I love Rhysand and I love the series, and I'm not
he's not perfect.
No, he's not. And neither is Nesta, and that's fine. But I just feel like he makes such a big deal about stuff that's like, this shouldn't be as big of a deal.
Well, and that's something we've said before, that people come down on Nesta so hard and don't come down on him, and he has a lot of the same personality quirks that she does. Right, overreacts, is pissed off about everything, like does this crazy shit for people he loves,
threatening to kill her because she told Feyre, like, by the way, everybody's keeping this from you. Like, she needed to know that.
Yeah.
Were you never going to tell your wife that your baby's wings were going to hollow her
until
out?
She died, I guess, and be like, yeah, I knew this was going to happen. Like, anyway, that's a whole other. We could do a whole episode about that situation in and of itself. This one is probably not as unpopular, at least I know with the three of us. So this one is from The Charlie Method by Elle Kennedy, and
just like other girls,
Charlie generally. This is the way I said this was, you just need to get over the stress of your life, because your method is literally just a pros and cons list.
You have a legal tablet, honey.
Yeah, it's like, it just, your weird middle of the night, go drive a fast, expensive car kind
with
of
the gay guy, because that makes him not threatening. God, I hated that book.
Yes, just
I still
get
haven't read
over
that one.
it. Like, get over it. Everybody's life is stressful, and not to say like anybody's stress is better, worse, more or less, whatever. Like, literally everybody's life is stressful, but I don't know that we need to call a pros and cons list like your special method.
Right. And
that's
I want to reiterate again, because we don't shit on authers. I love Elle Kennedy as a writer, and that book was still very well written. I just
love
don't
her
like
forever.
Charlie.
Love the guys in the book. Just don't like her. And then last but not least,
I wouldn't mind getting Eiffel Towered by them.
Me too, sister.
Get in line. I was at the Eiffel Tower first.
Last but not least, I actually forgot to write this author's name down, but the book is called Uniquely in Love. It's a college hockey. Well, part of it's set in college, part of it's set in like pro hockey. It's like a dual timeline kind of deal. The two main characters are Owen and Elle, and they were like high school sweethearts, and they broke up in college. And so part of the point of the book is like, what was this big breakup? Because it was obviously like really horrible for both of them. And you find out like really late in the book, like, here's the situation, here's what happened. And and I won't spoil it for anybody that wants to read it, but when it was revealed what the situation was, I was like, this is
like why they broke up.
This is the dumbest situation I have ever heard of in my entire life.
How old is this book?
I don't even know.
Spoil it. I'm not going to read it.
So
is that okay with you?
Basically,
Mindy?
What happened was,
we're not going to remember these.
She's like a year or two. She's like a year younger than him, I think. So he's in college and she's still in high school. And she goes to visit him over the weekend, and he's at hockey practice, and she's like in his dorm. and she hears in the hallway some guys that live in the dorm. Not him. He's not there at all. She hears these other guys that are like, I can't believe he's still dating his high school girlfriend. She's going to weigh him down. He's not going to be good enough to go to the pros and you know, da-da-da. And she hears all this and is like, oh my gosh, they're right. I will hold him back from the pros. He would totally sacrifice that for me. I gotta go. And she literally just leaves while he's gone. Doesn't wait for him to come back. Doesn't have a conversation with him at all. Doesn't say like,
just
hey.
Ghost him?
Yes.
Wow.
Literally just ghosts him. And he comes back. They had just lost their virginity to each other the night before. And he comes back to an empty dorm room and she literally doesn't talk to him for like 4 years or something after that.
Did he think he was bad in bed?
He didn't know what happened. He didn't think that, I don't think. But
well, he is a man.
So this whole book is both of them, and then there's like forced proximity stuff and second chance and all that stuff. But both of them, this whole book, are like, you know, I ruined my chances. I can't get hurt by her again. And it's like literally, if you guys just talked for 5 minutes.
So it's the miscommunication trope.
But it's the dumbest miscommunication. It's stupid miscommunication. It made me so mad. I was like, that's it? That's it? Like, just talk to each. What are we doing here? It made me really mad, and they just need to get over it. And eventually they did, and they ended up together, and it was fine. But it made me really upset.
I can't tell.
Can you tell? It was stupid. But you know what? I did read the book in like 2 days. So, it wasn't that stupid.
You can read a book and hate it. I mean, you can.
Yeah. And I didn't hate it. I was just like, this was not. Anyway.
There is
I won't keep saying the same thing over and
early
over.
Elle Mitchell book that it is one of the only times I've ever thrown my Kindle. And I gave this book 5 stars, by the way, but I was so pissed off for a second. I was like, Elle, what are you doing? And then I picked it back up about 30 seconds later, and I was like, let's see how this plays
Let's see how it goes. Yeah. That's great. Well, those are all mine.
Maybe I can't wait to hear yours.
Unpopular opinions.
I'm going to save one of them because I know that you have some thoughts as well. So I'll do that one at the end. I want to start with, this might be an unpopular opinion too, Connor Harkness from Problematic Summer Romance by Callie Hart.
I agree with this.
Dude, the age difference is not that crazy.
It's not that
Get
big of a
over
deal.
it.
Yeah.
I think that was just like,
he does beat himself up over stupid shit.
I'm like, come on, guys.
He sees the age difference as an automatic power imbalance, which when it's not necessarily a power thing, it's just an age thing.
You can make it not a power thing.
It's a power thing by
calling
degrading
it
her
that.
by telling her she's too young.
Yeah,
she is a grown ass woman.
Yeah, agreed.
Again, I love this book.
Yeah, me too.
I love this man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
also get over it. Yeah.
Or go to therapy.
Yeah.
Or both.
So many of these could be solved with therapy. And I do talk about that in mine in a minute.
100%. And I don't know if it's something about the name Connor, but I'm also going to go with Connor Grace from If You Claim Me by Helena Hunting. He, admittedly has some trauma. He has daddy issues. He's got this bad boy image that he plays into to avoid his feelings. I love this book. But dude took way too long to get his head out of his ass, and he really, really hurt the female main character. Her name is Dread. She's his fake wife. He falls in love with her, but he's just really screws himself. And you telling me about the stupid reason for things reminded me of...
And another thing.
and this one's going to give... But I think it's one of those things that's so out there that people are going to know anyways. But so he... also has this huge beef with her best friend who's also on the team, and they played
guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so this guy, I guess at some point he did something stupid, I don't know, wiped something on his, I don't know what it was, something about his shirt.
But I thought you said white.
wiped something. I can't remember exactly
your
what
average
he did
white dude
to piss Connor off, but Connor. And this goes through 3 books. They're talking about this situation, that why this guy Flip hates Connor. Well, Connor basically fucked his sandwich.
Oh.
What? And I'm like,
oh my.
Okay.
That's gross and weird.
It is gross, but you don't get over that.
Okay, I'm sorry. If someone fucked my sandwich,
my sandwich.
My sandwich?
I don't know. To me, I'm just like that.
I disagree with you.
Be mad for a year, but not for years and years and years.
I would be mad.
So disrespectful. I would be mad forever.
Well, I think the other guy jacked off with his shirt or something too. It was
a tit for tat kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe just don't put your dick in places, guys.
Right. And they were like
true that, homie.
And they were like teenagers when it happened. So again, like,
okay,
get over it.
That, yes, I agree. If it's something that you did like as 25-year-olds, then I'd be mad about it for way longer. But we're both being dumb teenagers, and I did something to you
that
too.
reminded me of that too.
10 years later, let's be over it
also,
now.
it's hilarious.
I hold a grudge forever.
Also, I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, get over it, but also it's super funny.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I love it.
You should get to a point where you can laugh about it later.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
agree with that.
I think they kind of do. But anyway, I love you, Helena Hunting.
Don't jerk off into my shirt and don't fuck my sandwich.
Yeah.
And then
for sure. The moist maker, indeed.
She calls it the
moist maker. Yeah, sorry, Mindy.
Shout out to friends.
Love it.
Go ahead.
And then finally, I have this one. I don't even know. This might be a book that you all haven't read. Phoenix Walker from The Words by Ashley Jade.
Never heard of it. Don't know her.
And this one, for the people that have read it, I mean, because this is a hugely popular book that everybody like loves this book, and so it might be a hot take. And don't get me wrong, and you're like, we don't care.
Yeah, no, we're like, we've never heard of it.
Like, really?
Okay, so this book, it's somebody that I met in Chicago and Wild and Windy, and everybody. I mean, her line was super long.
I believe you.
I'd never heard of her before this.
It makes me feel like a loser.
It's like a rock star.
That's how different we are, though. You feel like a loser, and I'm like, who's that bitch?
But anyway,
sorry.
I loved this book. I gave it 5 stars. Yeah. It was a great book. But this dude really needed to go to therapy and also to stop being an asshole. Like, ultimately, he comes around, but he really fucked up and made it super hard to root for him. Like, he's one of those that it's like, I want to feel bad for you.
Right.
Like, he also has a traumatic past.
Right.
And
it's like, help me,
I know
help
where
you.
it's coming from, but like, God.
Yeah.
Tone it down a little. Like,
I feel like
he's a super asshole
in hockey, like generally in hockey books, because I've seen this in multiple books where everything's going great with the couple, and then the hockey player gets injured and lashes out at the partner, and then like ruins everything.
I mean, men put so much stock into their career.
No, that's true. Yeah, I just read one where it was like, I got hurt because I was distracted by thinking about you.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah,
yes, exactly. I'm like, okay.
Don't blame your bullshit
Get over
on
it.
Me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I have a vagina of gold. Get over it.
Don't blame me because you can't keep your mind on
it's not
what
my
you're
fault
doing.
that I'm so great.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Well, then I won't come to your game and wear your jersey and make you want to jizz all over yourself.
Oh, man.
Mindy, do the one we're both going to do, because I'm wondering what we both have to say about this.
Okay, so my final one is Fionn from Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver.
Which, again, love Bryn Weaver.
Right? And I get that he feels responsible for his dad's death, sort of.
Question mark.
That he thinks he has murderous tendencies. And I'm like, dude,
question mark.
Get a grip. Yeah. But, oh my God, get over yourself. Rose doesn't deserve him. Rose doesn't deserve him.
Here's what I put.
I mean, he doesn't deserve Rose. Yes. Yes.
I put Fionn. Dude, get over yourself. You're no martyr. You don't even like forest animals, aka Barbara the raccoon, which is a huge red flag. You have no reason not to live near your family, and you also aren't as dark and fiendish as you think you are. You really aren't a badass, and you ruined cotton candy for me.
What it is that bothers me about him so much is that he thinks
I'm so
he
dark.
Thinks he's darker than he. I'm like, dude, you're like this clean cut doctor.
You crochet for fun.
You crochet with old ladies.
Yeah,
like,
and we don't even know what you did in whatever that foreign country you were in.
Yeah, Croatia. I think it was Croatia.
I don't know. Yeah.
You're like, I blocked it.
Well, it was only in the book for 5 seconds.
Because he didn't tell us what he did.
Yeah.
This is true.
So, Fionn, go fuck yourself. Okay. So, the first one I want to talk about is Louis from the Vampire Chronicles, right? Everyone's seen Interview with the Vampire. You know who Louis is, right? Louis needs therapy. This man tortures himself for centuries. He loses his child and wife while he's human, which leads to some very destructive behavior that ultimately leads to him being turned into a vampire, Bella Stat. And of course, then Louis can't take human life, blah, 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 blah. And he walks around depressed for ages. He also shares the guilt of Claudia's death and is even tortured by her ghost.
Ew.
Therapy and cognitive behavioral therapy guidance would be a lot of good for this man. Therapy, Louis. I know you're still alive and out there. Just go to therapy.
It would make your extremely long life easier.
Yeah. Next is Solène in The Idea of You. Okay, Whitney, I know you have thoughts about this. Solène, you need to get over having amazing, mind-blowing sex with a super rich, head over heels in love with you man.
Yeah.
Is he younger than you? Yes. Is everything consensual? Also, yes. Do men do this shit all the time? Absolutely. And the fact that she never reconciles with him, this is the book, not the movie. Forget you.
Yeah.
He was the love of her life. And she's just like, well, see ya.
It was ultimate like motherhood martyr.
It was.
Yeah.
But like she could have met back up with him when her daughter was older. He waited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and she didn't even give her daughter the benefit of the doubt to say, Mom, go be happy.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. She didn't explain to her daughter why it was so important.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I totally agree. Like, get over the fact that your daughter's having a hard time with it.
Right.
Sorry.
So I finally want to talk about Poppy in the book Priest by Sierra Simone. I love this book. Is the super hot Tyler Preacher Man in love with you?
Oh, no.
Yes. Does he eventually get over his religious trauma and realize he can love the church and also love you? Yes. Does he eat you out on an altar? Yes. So you think that helping this man heal means you should break his fucking heart? I fucking want her to fuck off. And she is so lucky that he forgave her. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
She made me so mad. She was so mean to him.
Yeah.
So mean to him. And he, had a lot of trauma he was going through. If you've not read the book, his sister commits suicide from some religious trauma. And that's why he goes into the church. And Poppy helps him realize that, like, you don't have to have this life and still love God. That's what I love about the book. Sierra Simone isn't really slamming on religion in these books. And I think that a lot of people think she is when they see the title. She's really talking about religious, like, zealous, like, being like, you know what I mean? And so her
religious entities.
Yeah.
As
all
opposed
three
to
of
religion.
the books, these people still believe in God. They still, are faithful, but they don't have to be martyrs to lead the lives they want to live. And that's what I like about them. But Poppy can fuck right off. I'll let him eat me out instead.
As Luna would say in Heated Rivalry, because dog goes back to that. She can fuck off, fuck him right up the butt.
Yeah,
fuck her right up the butt.
She goes, there, I said it.
That was one of my favorite lines.
Oh man,
so fuck off, characters.
Yeah, I feel better.
I do too. This was like nice. My therapy.
It was nice to get that off of my chest a little bit. Well, that brings us to the nerdiest thing of the week, and I'll go first. Mine is a little bit of a downer, but it was also it was funny. Okay, it's going to start off not funny at all.
Great,
so
I can't wait.
So the not funny part, Robbie had a cousin that died very unexpectedly, and she was like my age, very young, has young kids, and so we were at her celebration of life, and it was at his aunt's house. Beautiful house, huge like lake, backyard area. It was gorgeous, very lovely. So we're outside and people are speaking, like her daughters who are like middle school, older elementary school, they're speaking, and like one of Robbie's other cousins, and all these people are just talking at this celebration of life. And I look over and my daughter is across the way at the hot chocolate bar using these little tongs to get marshmallows, and then putting the tongs fully inside her mouth to get the marshmallow out. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I can't like holler at her. So I have to book it around a swimming pool to like get to the other side of where she is and tell her like to, take those away, take them inside and all that stuff. And in my hurry to get over to her, I walked right into a wind chime.
While people are speaking?
While people are like speaking. And it was very quiet and somber. I just walked fully into this ginormous wind chime that immediately is like clang, 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 clang.
I hate wind chimes.
It was horrible. It was so horrible.
I'm positive I told the story before, but maybe if you're new to the podcast, what is the movie we watch where there's no sound?
Oh, A Quiet Place.
We're in the middle of this fucking movie, and Whitney decides she needs some Skittles.
They were Raisinets.
Something something round that bounced on the floor. So Whitney decides she needs to open this candy. So she opens the candy very quietly. We don't hear it, but there's no sound. It's a highly suspenseful part. She fucking drops the entire bag on the floor, and then they rolled down the theater floor for 15 minutes. I swear to God. And me and my husband are trying.
This is very classic Whitney.
Only you drop raisinets, Danica. Only you walk into a wind chime.
I walked right into it. And I looked over immediately, and Robbie's looking at me like, "What are you doing? What is going on? Can't bring you anywhere." It was so horrible. I was so embarrassed. But it was it was loud, but it wasn't like everybody in the place was paying attention to me, right?
I would have been like, "Oh, that wind."
Oh my gosh, it was just.
You're like, by the way, Annabelle, get that shit out of your mouth.
Exactly. Yes. And Liam thought it was hilarious. He was delighted by the whole thing.
My stomach hurts from laughing so hard.
So that's my nerdiest thing of the week.
That's pretty fucking.
What about you guys?
Oh my God.
Okay, mine is not funny. So I was listening to a podcast, Morbid, and
what a segue.
On a different note.
And they were talking about the Richard Speck murders. You guys should I'll post this in the show notes. But what I loved about this story is it is eerily close to the nuns being murdered and Abaddon possessing the woman of letters and Supernatural. And the woman in this story in real life, the survivor's name is Cora, just like on the show.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh my God, this is based off a real... But he is a priest that fucking loses his mind and starts butchering the nuns, just like they do in Supernatural, the show with Dean and Sam, if you guys don't know what we're talking about.
You know.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, the Richard Speck murders, go look them up. It's super duper interesting, but I went down like a rabbit hole with it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Cora, that sounds familiar.
Cora, nuns.
Cora did not walk into a wind chime. But she did survive a brutal murder.
Points to Cora.
Golf claps for Cora.
Yeah. Mindy, what about you?
Well, mine seems not exciting, but
it's okay.
It's about Heated Rivalry.
What show?
I'm so kind of embarrassed now that my life revolves around this show.
Everybody's does.
Whatever brings you joy. You know?
I'm just not telling you all the shit I've done.
Here's the thing. This is very unlike my character. Normally, I don't rewatch things. I don't reread things. I'm done.
Yeah.
I've watched it.
That's how much joy this is bringing to your life.
I'm telling you, everybody needs a little gay hockey in their life. So anyways, I bought. Okay, so first of all, a friend of mine texted me because we have a thread called The Cottage, and so it's me.
A Heated Rivalry text thread.
Yeah, and so it's,
why am I not on this thread?
It's me and a couple of girls from trivia. So we'll all talk about it next week.
Okay, cool.
This week when I come to trivia. Yeah. So anyway, so she texted this thing, and it was this girl in a totally different state. She had this fun little crafting thing. She has a sewing shop or something, and they had a Heated Rivalry embroidery craft night or whatever.
Oh, fun.
And she made these patterns. And so I promptly went and bought them off.
About like cross stitch
Nice.
embroidery, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's not cross stitch, but yes, like embroidery floss.
Like hand embroidery.
hand.
Yes, hand embroidery. Exactly. Not like a machine. So on her website, it's called Be Hand Stitching. I will link it in the show notes. You can buy these Heated Rivalry patterns. They're like $7. It's not even anything. But like you print them out. I printed them out on water soluble stuff, and you stick them on your thing. And so anyway, we all got together. Stick not your thing. Stick them on your fabric.
Bedazzle
your bag.
Yeah.
With Heated Rivalry.
With embroidery. That sounds really weird.
Will you make me one that says frottage at the cottage?
That would be amazing. So anyway, so you can pick your patterns. They have all kinds of things. There's a tuna melt on there. There's the stupid Canadian wolf bird. I did one, and it's their jerseys, and it says "I'm coming to the cottage." It's really, really cute. I'll share that in one of our groups or all of our groups.
Yeah.
After this airs. And anyway, it was really fun. We all just got together at a coffee shop, and I brought all my supplies, and we all just embroidered for like 3 hours. It was fun.
That's great. I love that.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. And guys, thanks for listening. We have a lot of fun over here at Our Nerdiest Thing. Don't forget to listen in to our Thursday episodes where we are discussing Quicksilver by Callie Hart. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Like what you heard in this episode? Follow Our Nerdiest Thing on Instagram at instagram.com/Our Nerdiest Thing or Facebook at facebook.com/Our Nerdiest Thing. We love hearing from fellow nerds. Email us at ournerdiestthing@gmail.com.